So, you love sports. The thrill, the competition, the sheer spectacle of human potential pushed to its absolute limit. The roar of the crowd, a wave of pure energy that washes over you. The impossible catches, defying gravity and logic. The last-second shots, the buzzer beaters that etch themselves into legend. These are the moments we live for. But behind every superstar, behind every unforgettable play, there's an unsung hero working tirelessly in the shadows. It's sports medicine, and its increasingly sophisticated, high-tech sidekick, technology. They're the invisible force, the silent guardians that keeps athletes on the field, court, or track, performing at their peak. And their innovations have forever changed the game in ways you might not even realize. This isn't just about ice packs and ankle wraps, though those still play a vital role. It's a story stretching back thousands of years to the very origins of athletic competition. It's a story of how our understanding of the human body evolved painstakingly over centuries, alongside our relentless drive to run faster, jump higher, and throw farther than ever before. From ancient Greek physicians laying the foundations of anatomical knowledge to modern surgeons armed with cutting-edge techniques, rebuilding ligaments with incredible precision. The quest to optimize and repair the athletic body, to unlock its full potential, is one of humanity's great ongoing projects. Today's athletes are bigger, faster, and stronger than ever before. And that's not just from better training regimes and nutrition, it's from MRI scans, providing unprecedented insights into the inner workings of the body. Slow-motion cameras dissecting every movement with incredible detail, and wearable sensors, tracking every heartbeat, every muscle twitch, every subtle shift in biomechanics. This constant stream of data, this flood of information, allows for personalized care and performance enhancement tailored to the individual athlete's unique needs, leading to treatments and training methods that would have seemed like science fiction just decades ago. We're about to take a fascinating journey, from the days of rubbing herbs on pulled muscles, a practice rooted in ancient wisdom, to the cutting-edge world of 3D printing custom knee braces, perfectly fitted to the athlete's body. These medical breakthroughs and technological gadgets haven't just followed sports, reacting to injuries and pushing for faster recovery. They've actively shaped them, influencing the very fabric of the games we love. They've changed rules, forcing governing bodies to adapt to new realities, extended careers, allowing athletes to compete at the highest level for longer than ever before, and redefined what's possible, pushing the boundaries of human performance to astonishing new heights. This is the story of how science became the ultimate coach, the ultimate trainer, and the ultimate healer, transforming the world of sports as we know it. The entire landscape of every sport, from the training grounds to the stadiums, has been irrevocably transformed. Ready to see how this incredible evolution unfolded? Let's dive in and explore the fascinating world of sports medicine and technology. Because the real MVP, the one making it all possible, might not be the one you see on the field at all. Our story begins in ancient Greece and Rome, the cradles of Western civilization, where athletic prowess was not just admired, but deified. Here, athletes were celebrated like rock stars, their victories immortalized in statues and songs, their names whispered through generations. They were the epitome of physical perfection and human potential. But behind the glory and the spectacle, there was a need for care, for healing, for understanding the limits of the human body. Enter the earliest sports medicine practitioners, physicians like Herodicus, a Greek trainer who advocated for exercise and diet, and Galen, a Roman physician of Greek origin, whose influence would stretch for centuries. These pioneering individuals treated gladiators, the warriors of the arena, and Olympians, the champions of the games. Galen, working with gladiators in the brutal training grounds and arenas of the Roman Empire, saw every kind of injury imaginable, from lacerations and fractures to debilitating nerve damage. He witnessed the human body pushed to its absolute limits. Through careful observation and meticulous record-keeping, Galen developed surprisingly advanced theories about diet, exercise, and rest, recognizing their crucial roles in athletic performance and recovery. He was, in essence, the first team doctor, a dedicated medical professional focused on the well-being and performance of athletes. He was patching up fighters, bandaging wounds, and setting bones so they could live to compete another day, often against incredible odds. But their toolkit was limited. Their understanding of the human body was still in its infancy. There was no knowledge of germs, no anesthesia to ease the pain of surgery, and much of their anatomy came from dissecting animals, leading to inaccuracies and incomplete understanding of human physiology. Treatments mixed sound advice, grounded in observation, with superstition and ritualistic practices, herbal balms, soothing massage, and attempts at balancing the body's humors, a prevailing theory of health and disease at the time. Still, despite these limitations, the ancients recognized that athletes had unique physical needs, distinct from the general population. They connected diet, exercise, and performance in a systematic way, understanding that these elements were inextricably linked. Injury prevention, through proper conditioning and training techniques, was considered just as important as treatment when injuries did occur. The idea that the body is a machine, a complex instrument to be carefully tuned, maintained, and when necessary, skillfully repaired, was born here, in these ancient arenas and training grounds. Though their accumulated knowledge would, unfortunately, go dormant for centuries, lost in the mists of time and the decline of empires, the foundation for modern sports medicine was firmly set, waiting to be rediscovered and built upon. These early ideas, these glimmers of understanding, waited patiently for the right moment and the necessary technological advancements to be reborn and revolutionize the world of sports and medicine. The seeds of sports medicine, tiny but resilient, were planted in the gymnasiums and coliseums of the ancient world, nurtured by the sweat and blood of athletes and the dedication of pioneering physicians. The journey, a long and winding road, was just beginning, leading us towards a future where athletic performance and medical science would become inextricably intertwined. After Rome fell, Europe entered the Middle Ages, a long intermission for sports and sports medicine. Public games faded, replaced by martial training like jousting and archery. Injuries were brutal, and care was basic. Barber surgeons did more haircuts than healing. Medical knowledge survived in monasteries and the Islamic world, but practical sports medicine nearly vanished. Injuries were often seen as divine punishment, treated with prayers as much as poultices. For most, a serious injury meant the end of a career, or worse. For nearly 1,000 years, sports medicine hibernated. The link between specialized medicine and athletic performance was lost. But this dark age created a hunger for rediscovery, setting the stage for a dramatic comeback. The Renaissance was just around the corner. Then came the Renaissance, a rebirth of art, science, and fascination with the human body. Artists like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo secretly dissected cadavers, creating detailed anatomical drawings that revolutionized medicine. Physicians began to understand muscles, bones, and joints with new accuracy. Andreas Vesalius's groundbreaking anatomy book corrected centuries of errors. Girolamo Mercuriali's De Arte Gymnastica became the first modern sports medicine text, blending classical wisdom with new science. The idea that exercise could be medicine, and medicine could enhance exercise, returned. The Renaissance reconnected mind and body, laying the intellectual foundation for modern sports medicine. The slow burn of knowledge was about to ignite. Fast forward to the 19th century. The world was on the cusp of dramatic change, and medicine was no exception. Industrialization brought about sprawling cities, and with increased urbanization came more leisure time for the working class. This newfound leisure time fueled the explosion of organized sports, with teams and leagues popping up across the country. With more athletes pushing their physical limits, there inevitably came more injuries on the field and track. But fortunately, medicine was finally catching up, slowly but surely advancing to meet these new challenges. The invention of the stethoscope, for example, allowed doctors to listen to the subtle sounds of hearts and lungs, providing crucial diagnostic information. The advent of anesthesia made surgery a far safer and more viable option for a range of ailments. And the revolutionary germ theory transformed medical practices, emphasizing cleanliness and sanitation in ways never before imagined. Suddenly, a torn knee ligament or a broken bone wasn't necessarily a career-ending catastrophe for an athlete. Surgical intervention became a real and increasingly effective option for repairing damaged tissues and bones. A deeper understanding of human physiology, fueled by scientific inquiry, led to the very first inklings of what would become sports science. Trainers and doctors alike began to recognize and see athletic training as a measurable and optimizable process, something that could be refined and improved through careful observation and experimentation. While sports medicine wasn't yet a recognized specialty, care was still largely reactive, focusing on treating injuries after they occurred rather than preventing them. But the essential pieces were gradually falling into place, setting the stage for future advancements. The burgeoning popularity of organized sports created a clear and pressing need, and rapid medical discovery provided the innovative tools necessary to address those needs. The stage was now fully set for sports medicine to truly come into its own as a distinct and vital field. The dawn of the 20th century would bring about changes that would reshape the world of sports and medicine forever. The game as they knew it was about to level up in ways they could scarcely imagine. The 20th century sports medicine levels up starting with the X-ray in 1895. For the first time, doctors could see inside the body, fractures, sprains and more, making diagnosis precise. Orthopedic surgeons emerged, repairing bones and ligaments instead of just removing them. ACL tears, once career-ending, became treatable. Tommy John surgery saved countless pitching careers, using tendons to replace torn ligaments. Sports medicine became a formal discipline. Team doctors, physical therapists, and specialized rehab protocols became standard. The focus shifted from just fixing injuries to preventing them. Technology and medical specialists revolutionized care for athletes. The game was forever changed. Now, science was truly on the team. The athlete's body became a puzzle to solve, not just patch up. The future was wide open. The late 20th and early 21st centuries brought the digital revolution to sports. Slow-motion cameras let coaches and scientists analyze every movement frame by frame. Biomechanical analysis became key, optimizing technique, reducing injury risk, and personalizing training. Even the playing field evolved. Artificial turf, once injury-prone, became safer with advanced materials. The field itself became a piece of sports medicine technology. Then came the MRI, giving doctors crystal-clear images of muscles, ligaments, and cartilage. Diagnosing injuries became more accurate than ever. The MRI became indispensable, guiding recovery and treatment. Technology was now embedded in every aspect of sports. The digital eye saw what the human eye never could. The age of data had arrived. Welcome to today, where every athlete is a data-generating machine. Wearables track heart rate, sleep, muscle load, and more, turning the body into an open book. Sports analytics teams sift through this data, spotting injury risks and optimizing recovery. Coaches make data-driven decisions, resting players before injuries happen, tailoring training to each athlete's needs. Recovery is now high-tech cryotherapy, compression boots, and electrical stimulation speed up healing. The result? Personalized performance, no more one-size-fits-all. Training, nutrition, and recovery are tailored to genetics, biomechanics, and real-time data. It's a 360-degree approach to athlete management. Medical science, analytics, and technology have pushed human performance further than ever. Careers are longer, and athletes are more resilient. The modern athlete is a finely tuned, data-optimized system. The future is personal. So, where do we go from here? The next era of sports medicine is straight out of science fiction. We're on the verge of bionic assistance, advanced prosthetics, exoskeletons, and smart braces that adapt to the user. Lab-grown ligaments and cartilage could make injuries a thing of the past. Genetic screening may guide training and prevent injuries before they happen. Smart uniforms could detect fatigue and deliver therapy in real time. Nanobots might one day repair tissue at the cellular level. The goal: a real-time feedback loop between body and technology, optimizing performance and preventing injury. Ethical questions will arise, but the potential is enormous. The partnership between medicine, technology, and sport will keep redefining human limits. The game will never stop changing. The future of sports is only just beginning.